Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Monday, May 12th. Hope y'all had a great weekend. We got two NBA games for today's slate and about 11 MLB games. Good thing about this week, WNBA returns at the end of the week with its season opener. Gives us another option to bet on, especially with NBA being very inconsistent throughout the season. We had another blowout over the weekend. I mean, the reads were good, the reads were there, but given the blowout, uh, obviously hurts our chances. So overall, hopefully we can bounce back and start the week off fresh. So let's get started. NBA, first one I'm going to be going with, favorite one of the board. I do have a couple today. I do have Drew Holiday's going to be my main guy. Obviously, I've been taking him throughout the week. He's been one of the only consistent players that's been cashing for me. Points, gobby points. But I do like, and I'm going to go right back to his points and assist, which you can get his gobby at 9.5, 11.5. Original line at 12.5. He's only missed this once in the past 2 weeks. So I'm going to be taking the over on this. Missed it last time out, last game over the weekend. So I see him bouncing back. He just missed it by one. So I'm going to be taking the over. You can obviously take his higher paying out gobby if you wish to do so. I expect him to bounce back. He has one for 11.5 for points and rebounds, but you do have that points and assists, 12.5, and here's 11.5. So either or, but I'm just going to stick to his regular line at 12.5, which brings me to my next option, and that is another Celtic. I do like the Celtics in this spot going against the Knicks. I do have them winning this game. It's going to be very, very close. So I think a lot of these key role players should have big games. Payton is one of them. You can target see I have Drew Holiday already. Derek White also is in play as far as PRA. And then my favorite one and my wagon, and that is Jason Tatum. Rebounds and assists has been the key prop for me. I've been taking it. He's been cashing every single time. So his rebounds and assists, it's all the way to 16. I was getting this at 14.5. I still like it. I mean, you can take his higher paying out Gabi, which is at 14.5. Most likely I will be targeting that. But Jason Tatum, rebounds and assists, has been an absolute beast for rebounds and assists. As far as his points, hasn't been quite there. I mean, he's been scoring about 20 points. He had 13, 23. He hasn't been going off, but he's been very helpful on the rebounds and assists. He does have Derek White, Drew Holiday, Peyton Pritchard, and especially Jaylen Brown to supplement those points. But I do like these three Celtics. Brings me to my next option, and that is Rudy Gobert. And I do like his rebounds and assists. He hasn't gotten any assists in this series, but if you want to take his rebounds and assists, I believe it's at 10.5. I'm just going to go straight to his rebounds at 10. I mean, 13, 9, 11. Obviously, he was a demon against that Lakers series, but 10 rebounds against the Warriors, definitely taking that. Warriors doesn't have much size. Curry's still out, which brings me to my next option, and that is Buddy Hield. Points just got bumped, was at 13.5, just got bumped to 14.5. I think I saw this line at 12.5 when it got posted last night. So it did get bumped a full 2 points. I expect him to bounce back. He didn't go over his original prop line last time out. But for Buddy Hield, I'm definitely going to be taking his points and assists, which also been bumped. It was at 15.5 right before I started this video, up to 16.5. He's only missed this once in this series. You can take his Gabi, 14.5, higher paying out Gabi. But Buddy Hield is definitely going to go in on my slip today. So let's head on over to another key role player whose production just increased, and that is Jonathan Kuminga. We took him last time out, cash for us. All his lines are inflated, but he's definitely going to be very useful in this series, or at least in this game, or at least in this spot until Curry comes back. Hopefully it's not too late by then. Timberwolves can take a commanding lead with the win here, but I think Jonathan Kuminga should have a good game. I think his points is pretty solid. I think I'm going to just take one of his gobbies in this matchup. He had 45.7. His fantasy score is definitely in play. Field goals made at 6 is solid. I'm most likely going to be taking his field goals made at 6. Rebounds and assists. So his field goals made will probably be my top option, or one of his gobbies at 21.5 PRA. So those are the options for that. But we do have a lot of good players. At least the series, the matchups for today are a little bit better than the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Pacers. Especially the Boston and Knicks, which should be more competitive. And as you can see, Drew Holiday just got bumped live as I'm doing this video, 13.5. He's going to bounce back. It's definitely going to bounce back. So his lines are getting bumped. So hopefully he can target his gobby or just stick to his regular line. I see him getting close to 20 points in this one. I have him projected, to be honest. I have him projected about 15 to 16 points. But he could go off. I mean, this game might go to overtime. Still very close as a series. It can go either way. So let's head on over to MLB. Let's clear the board. Paul Skeens is pitching today, so definitely got to be in play. He's been cashing for me. I've been taking his gobby. He's been cashing every single time. I haven't been taking his regular line. He hasn't been reaching his regular lines, but his gobbies 4.5 or 5.5 definitely been cashing, with the exception of the Cubs, but the Cubs I did not go with them. But for Paul Skeens, one of his gobbies will be in play, especially against the Mets. Mets do strike out a lot. They have a couple batters that do strike out a lot. So Paul Skeens gobby, 4.5. Quantrill, my favorite gobby of the day for MLB. That is Quantrill. And that is his hits allowed at 3.5. Tough matchup for him today. And that going against the Cubs. Money line, taking the Cubs here. But Quantrill, if he does have a pitcher fantasy score, you can probably take that. But his hits allowed is my favorite gobby on the board. Pitching outs, you can take the under here. I don't see him getting 5 innings here. He barely got that against the Dodgers. But as you can see, against good hitting lineups, he doesn't go 5 innings. So, going against the Cubs, you take the under on that. You can take the more earned runs. But personally, he doesn't have a fantasy score. So his hits gobby is the best option for him. Let's head on over back to pitcher strikeouts. See if we can find some value. Freddie Peralta is on today. Tough matchup going against Cleveland. Cleveland had a tough matchup with Zach Wheeler yesterday. He struck out over 7. Freddie Peralta could be up there as well. 4.5 gobby. Jackson Joby, rookie for the Tigers. He's at 4 strikeouts. That's not a bad line. We took Tony Gonsolin yesterday. I ended up pushing. But here against Boston, I see this as another push. So if you can get him at 3.5 on other platforms, take it. But as of right now, I have 4. Looking at a push. Christopher Sanchez, 5 against San Luis is pretty solid. He had 3 in his first time out, but he was getting stretched out as the season began. David Peterson, 5.5 against the Pirates. That's pretty decent. Grant Holmes gives up the long ball, so I will be fading Grant Holmes. We got Chase Dollander, 4 strikeouts. His strikeouts have come down. I know he's still a rookie. He's trying to figure it out. But 4 strikeouts for a guy that throws nearly 100 miles per hour. I mean, eventually he'll get it together, and he should be one of those pitchers that strike out at least average 5 to 6 a game. At 4, very low for this matchup, especially against the Rangers, who do strike out a lot as well. Ryan Gusto has been a surprising addition for the Astros. He is at 4. Might be a push here. KC doesn't strike out very much. They're a good hitting team. Michael King, we got perfect matchup going against the Angels. 7 strikeouts. Everything's in play for him, especially bouncing back from the Yankee game. He still pitched good in that Yankee game against his former team. I expect him to go back to his regular numbers, averaging 8 strikeouts a game. Matchup is there. Definitely taking Michael King. You can take his gobby if you wish to do so. And that rounds up my top picks for MLB. As you can see, mostly gobbies, with the exception of Michael King. Let's see what we have for pitcher fantasy score. Colin Rell has the advantage over Carl Quantrill. Might be an over. I think he'll get plenty of offense to get a W. Michael King at 40.5, a little bit too high. Should be in the high 30s. This is at 40.5, a little bit too high. So strikeouts is best anyways. Pitching outs. Yeah, not much value here. So mix and match. Pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. And see you guys in the next one.